What's up, everyone? It's me again, Chris. Another day, another video, another white t-shirt. Anyways, I thought I'd drop an MMA video today because I said I'd be talking a lot about UFC, MMA, and boxing, amongst other things. And so far, the first two videos I've done were just strictly boxing, so I thought I'd drop a video similar to yesterday's on the history of how I became an MMA fan and some of who my favorite fighters are. Anyhow, I started watching MMA. I ordered UFC 1 on pay-per-view. I don't remember the exact what the commercial or the promo was for it. I looked for it on YouTube and unfortunately haven't been able to find anything. But I remember seeing a commercial for it on cable, or maybe on regular television with a friend, and it looked pretty crazy. I think they were kind of trying to describe it or sell it something like the movie Bloodsport, which I was a fan of. And so we ordered it, and anyone that's seen UFC 1, especially if they ordered that first fight with the sumo guy from Hawaii and the dude that just kicked him in the face and knocked his tooth out, from there on I was pretty much sold, I mean, I was into the whole Hoist Gracie little guy beating the big guys thing too, but it was just the unpredictability of it all. Like I said, I like the movie Bloodsport, so it was in vain with that kind of stuff. So from there on out, I had a friend that had a black box. We'd all get together and watch all the UFCs, all the early ones, Can't say I was really a fan of too many fighters because, it was hard to really gravitate because there's so many guys coming in and out. I mean, obviously I liked watching a Tank Abbott fight because he's just some fat dude in there dropping fools out cold. But I also liked Keith Hackney. He had a crazy style. Some form of karate or kempo, I believe it was actually. But just the way he threw his hands, it was like a tiger style of fighting in kung fu or something like that. I don't know, it was crazy, but I liked him, especially when he beat that the big black sumo guy, Emmanuel Yarbo. Fight was insane. But from there on out, like I said, I was a fan. Watched a lot of the early UFCs until they kind of took them off cable for a while and didn't get a chance. I missed a good amount of them, and I still haven't gone back and seen them all, but I picked up a few VHSs here and there to get caught up. But around, I'd say 97, 98 maybe, whenever they brought it back on pay-per-view, I started watching it again. And I also started watching Pride at that time. I had let's just say I had the means to watch all these fights for free, for lack of a better word. But Pride started coming on, and at first I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just like pro wrestling or something, so I didn't really check it out, just here and there. But then I really saw it was basically the same as UFC, but in a ring instead of a cage. And started watching that. First saw, I'd seen Vanderlei before briefly in his Vitor Belfort fight. Saw him on there. First started seeing Rampage, Fedor Emelianenko, Mirko Cro Cop, those guys, and it was crazy. I liked their fighting. I liked the Pride organization from the minute I saw it, for the most part, because the rules were kind of set up more towards stand-up fights. Well, it depends, but the ring had a lot of stand-up fights compared to the UFC back then. It was a lot of ground fighting, a lot of ground and pound. But ever since then, I've definitely, since I started watching Pride and UFC full-time again, a hardcore fan, try to watch all the events, all the big events. Definitely catch every UFC that comes on, either order it on pay-per-view or watch it on Spike if it's free. And I saw the first Affliction show, watched the IFLs and whatnot, I'll catch the Japan shows online, because I don't have DirecTV and I don't have HDNet or whatever that is that shows those shows. But so a few of my favorite fighters, though. Number one, Kevin Randleman. I know his style's not the most exciting, but I've liked him since I first saw him in the UFC. I don't know, I kind of like what I said in my boxing video with Fernando Vargas. I kind of gravitated more so his personality, and I'm not really sure what it is. Just aggressive, kind of loud, outgoing type of fighter. And I don't know. I always thought before a fight starts, the guy looks like he's gonna get shot out of a cannon. He just looks like he's gonna explode with violence. He's so talented physically, but unfortunately, a lot of his fights don't turn out as exciting as I'd like them to be. Win or lose, though, he's my favorite fighter. I'm sticking with the guy until he retires. Other than that, Nick Diaz, definitely probably my second favorite fighter. From the minute I saw him in that fight with Robbie Lawler, just throwing down, talking trash to Lawler, who was UFC's golden boy at that time, just got into him. Also, he's from Stockton, not too far from Sacramento. I think sometimes we have a tendency to gravitate towards fighters that are around from our home area or close to, for whatever reason. I mean, it's kind of like how people like sports teams that are from their town. And I like Nick Diaz's fighting style. Like, once again, I like his personality. People say he's a punk. Whatever. I like his attitude. It's just the kind of personality I guess I like. I don't know, for better or worse. I don't know what that says about me, but I like Nick Diaz. I like his style. Like his attitude. Like his aggressiveness. Guy's not afraid to fight anybody. So definitely going to be a fan of his, win or lose also. Then Nate Diaz. He hasn't been on the scene long. Can't say I've been a fan of his before he came on to The Ultimate Fighter, but he's the same as Nick. Same personality, similar fighting styles, same area obviously he came from. He may be a little more technical than Nick on the ground, but I like the guy. I like him and his brother both, big fans. Other than that, other fighters I like, Rampage, like I said, saw him in Pride way back in the day. I've liked him ever since. Very outgoing, very charismatic. He likes to throw down on the hands, he's just a powerful fighter. He's easy to be drawn to, just an easy guy to root for, in my opinion. I know there's people that don't like him for whatever reason, but myself personally, like the guy. Anyways, hold on, let me look at my list over here. I almost forgot, but other guys I liked, James Irvin, another local fighter, Scott Smith, same deal with him. Those guys, probably because they're local fighters, I'm gravitated more towards them, but also I like their styles. They just like to stand and throw hands and bang, and obviously, as I've said on my other video, I'm a huge boxing fan, so I like guys that like to throw hands. I'm not against, I'm not one of those people that boos and is bored when a fight hits the ground, but there's just more excitement, in my opinion, when two guys are throwing, because there's a chance that anyone could get dropped any minute. Although on the ground, a sub could happen any minute too, so there's always that element, but I just prefer guys that like to throw hands. Other than that, I like Melvin Gillard, almost like a mini Kevin Randleman, in and out of the ring, unfortunately, but not in the ring, because he loves to throw hands. That guy, he's so quick and so fast, but just makes little stupid mistakes here and there, and outside the ring, obviously, he makes a lot of mistakes in his personal life, as evidenced recently, but with a probation violation, but hopefully he'll get his head on, and he's still a young guy and has a lot of time to really, grow. I hope he gets his stuff together, because I really want to see him prosper and, become I'm not ever going to say he's ever going to be the champion, but I just think he has a lot to offer. He's a really gifted athlete. Also like Joe Riggs, another guy that likes to throw hands, vicious ground and pound when he gets to display it. Yeah, he just lost over the weekend to Masaki, controversial stoppage in my opinion early. He wasn't really getting tagged, but that's the name of the game. It is what it is. There's no turning back a decision. What happened. But like I said, win or lose, if I'm a fan of a guy, I'm going to stick with him. Hopefully he'll return, victorious. Hopefully he'll be fighting again soon. He didn't really take much damage in that fight, so we'll see him back in there soon, I'm sure. Also, Carlos Condit, WEC. I've got to be honest, I've only seen his fights in the WEC, but I like him. He's aggressive, goes out there looking to finish, comes out there looking mean. He's a very well-rounded fighter, he's not going to go in there in the UFC anytime soon and dominate, but he can hold his own, I believe. And I think in a few years he could definitely be a champion in the UFC. We'll see how he progresses, but I like the guy, like his attitude, like the way he fights, bottom line. And last guy on my list, Alistair Overeem. Been watching him since his first fight in Pride. Tall, Muay Thai fighter, has some ground skills, but I just prefer his stand-up game. Had that fight with Mirko over the weekend or on Monday, where unfortunately it was no contest because of groin shots. But yeah, the guy's a good fighter in my opinion. Has a lot of talent, a lot of potential still. We'll see how he progresses over the next couple of years in the heavyweight division. But Muay Thai fighter, I'm definitely down with that style. So basically that's it. Like I said, any comments, discussion, want to rip on any of my favorite fighters, why I like them or whatnot, or, whatever, feel free to. Or if you agree with any of them, feel free to holler at me and let me know, or let me know who some of your favorite fighters are. That's it for now. I'm out. Till next time, I'll be talking to y'all later. Bye.